What's up, nerds? So welcome to a video with very, very little plan. So today we're doing, of course, monthly favorites. I'm so glad we are now 3 months into making videos, and I swear I haven't run out of ideas. My last couple videos on the channel have been really, I feel like they've been a little bit scattered, and I want to kind of dial it back a little bit on my opinion. Anyway, so today I'm just gonna do kind of like a quick and easy makeup look. I've got to do a makeup look immediately after this one for Cosplay, which I also want to go into just a question I've gotten from exactly one person on what the heck this Cosplay thing is anyway. So we're gonna start by putting on some primer. I don't know why I'm going through the trouble of actually prepping my skin when I'm going to take this off literally immediately after this video, make some food, and then put on the next makeup look. So that's where we're at here. And also, this is the first time in since summer started that I've had my hair not in a wig for the majority of the time, and it has been absolutely glorious and just so cool and so light and so wonderful. I just wish humidity didn't destroy my hair. It almost makes me want to get relaxers again, but I don't think we're gonna go through that. Relaxers destroyed my hair. Anyway, so let's see. So let's talk about what I've been doing this month. I have been binging and watching a lot of things. I actually have a long list right in front of me of things that I've been binging and watching, and anime I'm excited about, things that I'm trying to get through after months of making the not even months, years of forgetting about them. And yeah, we'll go over that. So I'm just gonna go down to this list. Have you guys been watching Yashahime? Because I am so hyped for Yashahime. If you don't know, Yashahime is literally the continuation of Inuyasha, and I am so excited, so happy, and it's actually really good so far. It's kind of a slow burn, which it probably wouldn't be if it weren't for the fact that I'm used to binging things. I almost wish that they had released 3 or 4 episodes at a time instead of just releasing one a week. I'm literally going to watch it almost immediately after this, probably while my food's cooking. But I'm excited about it. It's so good so far. It's so the spirit of the original, and I grew up on Inuyasha. Inuyasha is my big anime. That's the thing that got me back into anime. So I'm excited about that. It's really good. It's on Crunchyroll if you haven't seen it. So next thing that I'm watching that's airing right now is Danmachi Season 3. It's really good so far. I'm liking the direction it's going. It hasn't been as much comedy as the first 2 seasons were, which I'm wondering if they're gonna go back to that. It's being more traditional fantasy adventure, which is fine. I'm not opposed to that. I love Magi, so hopefully it'll turn out good. It's good still so far. The new dragon character, she is the cutest little Emoto, because I know she's an Emoto character, or we're gonna sorry for those of you who don't know, Emoto is a little sister character. And then I also think she's kind of filling a Dotaru type of thing, which Dotaru is the daughter version of waifu and husbando. So it's a little weird on that front, but Japan is kind of weird about stuff like that. So just take it with a grain of salt anyway. If you guys saw last week's video, you know how absolutely horrified I was by the fact that Bunny Drop let me down after years of loving it. So we won't go into that anymore. So another anime that I had forgotten about that I'm glad I picked up again. I'm gonna drink some coffee. I'm tired. It's almost noon and I'm still tired. I can't function right now. But an anime that I've forgotten about that I also kind of grew up with, like in the same vein, is it was airing the same time as like Inuyasha was and Full Metal Alchemist and all these like big ones that I loved, but I never heard anybody talking about it. And that's because it's been out of print for a very, very long time. And the only place you can really watch it right now, fortunately, honestly, is YouTube. I'm not going to link it because I'm pretty sure it's illegal, but you can watch it on YouTube. It's called Scride. It's spelled S-cry-ed. It's a stupid name. I don't really know what it means anymore. I think it's part of the actual series, but I haven't gotten that far back into it. But honestly, I'm planning a video on this, I think next month actually, of anime that kind of define my personality, and Scride is actually one of them where I was hugely influenced by, where you can see like parts of me when you watch Scride. So I think that's super fun. That one's been fun to revisit. I'm only like 8 or 9 episodes in. I totally blew off editing a video. That's why a couple, like I think maybe last week's video was a little later than I wanted it to be, and that's because instead of editing, I was watching Scride. So yeah, anime binging has gotten in the way of a lot of things. Another thing I'm watching right now is Higurashi Rei, which is the OVA after the first 2 seasons of Higurashi When They Cry, Higurashi When They Cry, and Higurashi When They Cry Kai, which I watched a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago. I think it was actually almost a month ago that I watched those. Those were really good. I had kind of avoided watching... I'm not doing any makeup. I need to actually be doing makeup right now. I had kind of avoided watching Higurashi back in the day because I thought it was going to be like super scary. And I did not like scary things at the time. And nowadays I'm like, I'm going to watch horror movie reviews while I go to sleep. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to watch Higurashi. And the animation is a little bit wonky, but it's also, but the story is so good. Don't watch it in English. It's bad. But it's actually a really good series. It kind of starts out as like horror slasher and then turns into not horror slasher, which is kind of a bummer because I was looking forward to more horror because the first couple of arcs in the series are so good when it comes to horror, and it just kind of abandons that once you get halfway through season 2, which is kind of sad, but it was still really good. So I highly recommend that if you like slasher anime, because it's like it starts each arc with like slice of life and then goes into, oh no, it's gonna really be a slice of life. I'm sorry, please don't stop watching. So another thing I've been trying to get through that I've just been struggling for some reason is Free Season 2. And Free is pretty old at this point. I remember when it was like a huge thing, but Free is not huge anymore. And I'm trying to watch Season 2 of it, and I'm just not interested anymore. Like, I'm wondering, do I like not like sports anime anymore? But I don't think that's it. I'm just confused why I'm not having fun with it, especially since I literally just binged Yuri on Ice, which I know, late to the party on that one for sure, but for the most part I actually liked Yuri on Ice quite a bit, which I'm wondering if I should make a video on Yuri on Ice because my reasons for not liking it are probably a little bit controversial. Not liking parts of it. And I'm not going to tell them here because it's not necessary for this video. But suffice it to say that by the end of this series, I was very much not happy with the way it was going. I wasn't happy with the way things were going, and so I almost stopped watching like near the end of the series, but then I just kept going because I love figure skating. Oddly enough, it opened up this memory that I have of a very, very short period of time where I was really, really into figure skating. Like, super into it. I watched it all the time. I wanted to be a figure skater. I was super into it, and it was a very short amount of time. So short that I kind of forgot about it. Like, Christy Yamaguchi was my idol at the time. I don't even know if she still skates. I honestly don't know. I have not kept up on figure skating at all because it was such a short period of time that I was into it. I don't even remember why or how I got into it. But I was so into it. And Yuri on Ice really honestly captured a lot of my feelings for that series, that period of time. And so that was fun. That was the best part about watching it. The worst part were the parts I'm not going to talk about. So we're going to move on. One anime that I'm sad that I got through so quickly was The Ancient Magus Bride. I don't know if I'm saying the title right. I don't know if Magus is correct because they honestly never say it in the English version, which I watched. So I'm just going to pronounce it like that forever, and you guys can, I don't know, kill me in the comments. But it was really, really good. At first, I was like, oh, that's way too much color. Oh, no. Oh, did I ruin it? Well, okay, well, it's okay. We're just gonna buff it out and see if we can make things work. That was a lot more than I meant. That's why you always tap off your brush, tap off the excess, and then you won't look like you're drunk, I guess. See, do that. Did that work? Yeah, it did actually. But now I've got to match it to the other side. Okay, but anyway, so I was like a little bit concerned about where the series actually was going, and sometimes the series kind of felt like, this is very, very Japanese, we'll say. It's very, very anime. But most of this series was so beautiful, and like it gave me like Fruits Basket vibes in the feelings that the series gave me. And seeing as Fruits Basket season 2 just ended, I was like, yes, I need to feel feelings again. So this one was great. And since I watched it in English, the weirdest thing about it is that most of the series is actually set in England, but not a single person attempts a British accent, which is both good and bad. It kind of made me think, okay, wait a second, but they're in England. Shouldn't they be speaking with British accents? But I'm like, but in Japanese, they wouldn't be speaking with British accents, so I guess that makes sense. And also, seeing as the last series I saw with people speaking British accents in the English dub, which was Black Butler, and if you've seen Black Butler in English, you know why that probably shouldn't ever be attempted again. Anyway, we're going to move on to Eyes because Eyes. Oh, you know a series I've been wanting to watch, but I don't think it's licensed by anybody right now, so I'm going to have to like track it down in some far off recesses online, is Spiral. I used to watch Spiral when I was in high school. It's a series about this kid named Ayumu, and he is like a super genius detective. Well, kind of. Like his brother was the genius detective, and he is like missing or something. And like there's this group of kids that are also like super geniuses, and he has to solve all these like mysteries. And I remembered it because it was also one of the series that hugely influenced me, because there's this episode where they talk about, oddly enough, I was a weird kid. I'm weird now, but I was a weird high schooler. They talk about different types of poison, specifically strychnine, which they said is like super bitter. And I actually wrote strychnine into a story of mine in high school because of that series. And, you know, it probably put me on the FBI watch list because I was researching poisons as a high schooler. which, you know, probably not the best thing to do. By the way, like I said, I don't have a plan for this eye look, so I'm just throwing some colors on my eyes with this very, very, I don't know if you can see it, this very colorful palette from Profusion. So we're just gonna hope it turns out something Instagrammable. If not, I'm just going to say whoops and still upload this video because I don't care. Because sometimes your makeup doesn't turn out good. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, Ancient Mage's Bride, fantastic. You guys should definitely watch that. Something I've been watching, not an anime, something that I binged that my best friend literally sat me down at his apartment and said, "You are watching this series, do it," is Lock and Key. It's a series on Netflix. They are getting a second season, thank the Lord, because the first season was so good. Apart from like the last episode where I kind of called everything that was happening, even though he doesn't believe that I call everything that happened. I swear I did. I just wasn't saying anything because I wasn't trying to ruin our watching experience. But the series is so good. It's like light horror, but like super fantasy. It has like super Narnia, vibes, and that was super fun to watch. I was happy to watch it. I hate that I got through it so fast. Binge watching has just kind of ruined my attention span, I've realized, and it sucks. Like with Yashahime, like with Yashahime, I am just impatient to get to, like, give me the good stuff right now, and I'm like, I don't want to let it sit. Because like with Yashahime, it's not a series like Fruits Basket where you can get a lot of feeling from just the first episode. It really is a slow burn, but that's how Inuyasha was. Yeah, Lock and Key was very, very good. Let's see, another thing I'm into, obviously, Halloween is next week, or this week, depending on when I put this video out. So I binge watched all the Halloween towns except for the fourth one because it broke my heart and I watched it last year. So I don't want to watch it this year and kill my Halloween vibes because I am like vibing on Halloween. Speaking of which, we're going to take a break from my monthly favorites for me to answer a question that I've been getting about what my Halloween project is. So when I was in college, I was super bored all the time because I didn't have any friends. So I was like, you know what? I never really got to celebrate Halloween when I was in high school and middle school and anything because my family was super, super conservative Christian. So I didn't get to go trick-or-treating. I didn't really get to dress up that often. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do cosplay every day for the week before Halloween. And so I did that for a while through college. I think starting probably my sophomore year in college, I did that. I did like 5 days of Halloween. And so once I got out of college, I realized I had more time, more ambition. I had been cosplaying for a while. So I decided to do 13 cosplays of Halloween, and that's what I called it, 13 cosplays of Halloween. I posted all of my stuff on Instagram and Facebook, and it was super fun for me to put together these cosplay. I was doing most of them on the day they were going to be posted, and I'd wear the cosplay the whole day. Coffee is life right now. So I was doing most of them the whole day. I don't know what I wanted to do with this look. I kind of like just how the crease is looking. I'm kind of digging this. Are you guys digging this? Probably not. That's okay though. But yeah, so I did that in 2016. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing it. And so the next year in 2017, when I had officially moved moved places. I had moved a lot the first few years out of college. So I was like, okay, I want to do this. And my best friend was around. So he was like, okay, well, I'm going to join you. I'm like, cool, cool. And he's like a big time cosplayer now. Like big time. And he like has like actual talent. I'm going to, not only put some of his pictures on the screen because I'm super proud of my best friend, but also I'm like, that's my friend. But also I'm going to put his channel in the description maybe if he says I can do that. But he decided to join me, and he decided to give it the name Cosplay because he's good at stuff like that. And I'm like, yes, that is awesome. We're both going to use this name. We're both going to cosplay together. It was super awesome. That year turned out really, really good. I got some really nice cosplay out of it. And then from then on, basically my goal with Cosplay is not only to just create a bunch of cosplay for Halloween, just to have fun, just have fun online, and then also dress up during the day. I really wasn't doing that as much because I had to get a job. But what I was doing was also getting cosplay. I get a lot of cosplay out of the rest of the year, which you can kind of see how that went like last year with Cosplay. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the next year, some stuff happened. We had to move. And so we skipped that year, which was kind of sad because I was like, oh man, it's going to be like my 6th year of doing it, man, or whatever. I don't remember what year it is. I don't count that. Anyway, I'm going to switch to a different palette real quick. I said real quick, but I'm trying to decide which palette I'm going to use. Sure. Anyway, so then in 2018, no, not 2018, 2019, last year, we both came back with Cosplay. It was a pretty okay success for both of us. We were both also really, really tired. We were also getting ready for conventions. It was crazy. And so I did get a lot of nice cosplay out of it from last year. Like you can, like as I said, you can see that I was using a lot of the cosplay from Cosplay the rest of the year, and so that's kind of been like my goal. It kind of like gets my butt into gear to actually do cosplay, and then I do them for Cosplay, and then I can perfect them for the rest of the year. And so I did that, and that's been pretty fun. And so this year, my best friend has moved out. Sad face. I miss you. He's moved out, so he has been busy with his job, so he isn't joining me on Cosplay this year, so I'm doing it all on my own, but I'm also like trying to elevate my stuff a bit. Just doing a lot more, as you can tell, if you've seen on Instagram, I'll insert a few pictures here. I've been doing a lot more prop work. I really like doing props. For one cosplay for a convention, I just straight up made a sword because I could. It wasn't for a specific cosplay. I just really wanted to have a sword, and I didn't want to buy one, so I made one out of paper and glue. It's literally paper and glue. It took probably like 3 weeks to make, and I don't think I've ever made anything as good as that, so sad. Anyway, is this looking okay? This is looking fine. It's looking fine. Who are we trying to impress? Nobody, that too. Did I ruin it just now? No, we're doing okay. So yeah, that's what Cosplay is. It's basically just a Halloween project where I make a bunch of cosplay to last me through the next year. And it's fun, and this year I've been going with the theme, which is goth girl glamour. You can tell that I made up the name and he didn't make up the name, because he's more creative than I am. I have good ideas. I just don't have names for those ideas. But yeah, all of my characters have kind of like a goth punk slant to them, and I'm excited about it. I'm having a lot of fun because it kind of brings me basically back to my high school roots where I thought I was super, super goth. I kind of was, but also wasn't because I didn't know what it meant at all. It was kind of just an aesthetic thing. I was more emo than goth, to be honest, back in high school. Which I'm still pretty emo. Well, let's be honest. Emo with a goth palette, we'll call it. So moving back to stuff I've been obsessed with, I've been trying to get back into Korean dramas, and so before I start some new ones, I've been trying to like look at some old ones like Coffee Prince, which is one of my favorite dramas ever. If you haven't seen Coffee Prince, it's a very good drama. Fortunately, even though Drama Fever died, which sad, it was a long time ago, now that I'm thinking about it, that Drama Fever died. But Viki is still around. And so I got an account on Viki and I've been watching dramas there. So I've been watching Coffee Prince. I've also been watching Love Rain, which, oh my gosh, Love Rain, honestly, I ever since the first time I watched it, I kind of skipped like the first few episodes of Love Rain because they're set in the 70s and they're not as interesting, I don't think. But then I get to like the parts where Jang Kun-suk is like trendy and beautiful and is wearing all the things I wish I could wear. Literally, he dresses like I want to dress. And I've worn my hair like him. And I got ear cuffs because of him. I just want to be Jang Kun-suk. Can I be Jang Kun-suk? I just want to be him. I'm not going to do liner because I don't want to do liner. Yeah, this is what happens when I just throw some colors onto my face. I don't think it really looks good, but I don't care. It's okay. I gave you guys a really nice makeup look last time. And I'm coming back with more makeup looks in November as soon as I get done with a possible break, which I don't know if I want to take a break because it might like kill my momentum when it comes to content creating. I'm definitely not going to stop making videos because I have actually been making videos once a week, every week for like 3 months. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of impressed with myself. I didn't think I'd do this good, so that's nice. I'm gonna do a little bit more eyeshadow because I'm worth it. Let's see. I don't really have anything. Oh yeah, I do have stuff. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. So yesterday, I, for some reason, just really had a hankering for some omurice. And if you don't know what omurice, it's like this really, it's basically kind of like a rice omelet. And it's so good. You can get them at cafes in Japan. I don't know if there's anywhere. I wish there was somebody somewhere in this city where you could get them. I don't know if there is, but I want some actual like good omurice because mine was okay. But it looked really nice. I wish I had taken a picture. I'll insert a picture of what it looked like. You guys may or may not believe me, but it's totally what it looked like, guys. I swear I can cook. I also have been eating a ton of tilapia. Because it's cheap. I can get it for like $1 a bag and it keeps really well. I literally just throw it in a pan and fry it up. It's so easy to make. Let's see. What do I want to put on my lips? I haven't used this in a while. Let's use this. This lipstick smells like chocolate. I don't know if it's supposed to, but it does. It's pretty nice lipstick. It's from Milani. Let's see, let's throw some highlight on because once again, I'm worth it. Let's use my favorite highlighter. My favorite highlighter is actually from LA Colors. It's fun. But anyway, this is not a makeup tutorial. I'm just doing makeup because honestly, why not? Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, I'm basically in a serious depressive state right now, and I'm trying to fake it until I'm not depressed anymore. So I basically made myself a Halloween Christmas tree, and it's cute. I'll insert a picture. It's cute, and I'm happy that I did it. But not happy that I'm depressed. Oh, I can tell you guys this. I think the picture will be out, even if it's not, who cares? So I'm actually doing Sailor Saturn for Cosplay. I've been kind of experimenting with doing more Sailor Scouts. I did Sailor Moon for her birthday in June. So I'm doing Sailor Saturn for Cosplay because goth. When I was in high school, I used to take a bunch of Quizilla quizzes. Do you guys remember Quizilla? I miss Quizilla. But I used to take quizzes on what Sailor Scout you were, and they would always without fail, unless I completely like changed my answers to something I wouldn't answer, to Sailor Saturn, even though I used to fight with my cousin over who was going to be Sailor Mars, because I liked her long hair. So they would always come out Sailor Saturn, and I was so upset. I was like, why? Why am I Sailor Saturn? Do I act anything like Sailor Saturn? And the reason why that happened back when I was in high school is because I was depressed. And I just realized this like last week. I'm like, dang it. I've had depression for longer than I realized, and it didn't even occur to me. I just keep layering on more highlight because I like to shine bright like a diamond. But we're gonna stop with that. But yeah, I've been depressed for way longer than I realized, and I shouldn't find it funny, but it's kind of funny. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and I will be right back. I don't know if it looks like I did anything to my eyebrows, but I swear I did. But my eyebrow pencil, literally my favorite one, ran out, so I need to go run out and get a new one because it's my favorite. It's from Jordana, and I love it. So here's the finished look. It's terrible. I think this looks awful, but in the end, who cares? It's just makeup. It washes off. Yeah, that's it. It's just makeup, guys. It washes off. Who cares if it doesn't look that good? It doesn't matter. It's just makeup. So anyway, that'll end the video. Thanks for sticking through it. I hope it's not as long as the other one, the one from last month, because that one was pretty long. Yeah, that'll be it. Please make sure you like this video. Don't dislike it because I'm running out of reasons for you to not dislike it, and I need to come up with some new ones. But don't dislike it because I'll send Chucky after you. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload more monthly favorites. And I will catch you guys later. I hope this video looks better than I look. I feel like I look. I hope it looks better on camera than it looks in real life. Though the lipstick does tie it together. I need to use this lipstick more often. Okay, bye guys.